Hello, and welcome to Weekly Woodworking Wrap-Up Review number 5. It's February 6, 2014. Today, we're going to talk about getting traffic to your website, beards, bandsaw boxes, and the latest YouTube videos from around the world. So let's get started and dive right in. I have a craft show coming up in April. Craft show sounds so old lady-ish. Handmade show. I have a handmade show coming up in April where I sell my woodworking stuff. Usually I sell bandsaw boxes and pencil holders and just small little type things. I am starting to get ready for it. And one of the things I'm going to sell are these little rings. They're pretty strong. It's not just a piece of wood with a hole drilled in it. This is actually made from veneers. You take the veneer basically and you roll it up into a little round piece like this, and you're using CA glue to glue the different layers onto itself. And actually it's very, very strong, and since there's just layers of CA glue in there and you finish them with CA glue, they're waterproof, they're really strong. It's not going to move because there's so much glue in there. I will probably do a little video tutorial coming up in a few weeks on how to make these. Second one I made, the first one didn't come out so good. The second one came out pretty darn good. I'm very happy with it. So now I'm going to try and do a fancier version with multiple species of wood in there. That's what I've been working on. I think I'm going to document the process of me getting ready for one of these handmade events. I'm going to show me making the stuff, me setting up my table, me selling my stuff. Hopefully there's a good outcome. You can see how you can make money woodworking. Normally I have beer. I drink a beer while doing these videos. Not today. Today I'm drinking coffee. After I film this, I have some woodworking to do. I make these side panels for the Korg synthesizer. I got a couple orders in and I got to get them out this week. I am extremely safe in the shop. I never drink while woodworking. Oh, you got to be safe. Let's get to some emails, alright? This first one comes from Matt. Hey Dave, love watching the weekly wrap-up review. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Matt. I have a question. I'm a bearded woodworker like yourself. Mine happens to be a bit longer at the moment than yours, close to 6 inches. My question is, how long is too long? I'm starting to get worried about getting caught in my work. Well, Matt, you'll know when your beard's too long, because the ladies will let you know. What kind of woodworking do you do, Matt? Are you on the lathe? You don't want that manliness to get caught in there, and... You know what, Matt? I think you should trim your beard. I think 6 inches is too long. Steve writes, Davo. My name is not Davo. You can call me David. You can call me Dave. It is not Davo. Steve, you don't know me. You don't come to my house and have dinner with me and drink beers with me. We don't shoot the shit. Therefore, you can't call me Davo. Keep the rap shows coming. Keep the rap shows. Keep the wrap-up shows coming. They expose us all to new woodworkers. Your beard is glorious. Steve-O, that is not a question. We both know, actually all of us know, how glorious my beard is. This is the beardiest I've ever been. If you go to my Facebook page, I don't even have a beard in that. That photo was taken in the fall. I need to update my Facebook photo. John writes, how do you get traffic to the site where you sell your woodworking? That's a tough question. There's no simple answer to that. As some of you know, I'm a web developer for a living. Woodworking is just a hobby that I do on the side. Getting traffic to your site is hard, especially if you have a brand new site. I'm not going to be able to answer this fully because there's whole books written on this subject, and it changes all the time. Basically, when you launch a new site, it may take Google and Bing a few weeks to index your site. And then after that, for your site to show up in search results, Google needs to think your site is relevant. One of the things to make your site relevant is other sites linking back to your site. Every time somebody links to your site from their site, Google kind of gives that a thumbs up, like, oh, there's 50 sites linking to drunkenwoodworker.com. Drunkenwoodworker.com must be relevant. There must be some good information on this site. Getting links to your site is very important. I need to add to that, you'll see links in blog rolls linking to other sites. Google doesn't put much importance on those links. Those links need to be in bodies of text. If somebody's writing a blog or a news article and they link to your site, that's going to be a lot more relevant than just a list of links in somebody's blog roll. So you need links to your site. Your site needs to be updated with content regularly. The reason you see a lot of blogs show up at the top of the search results is because there's new content added to those sites all the time. And if you just throw up a site, you just let it go for 6 months to a year without adding new content, Google thinks there's not much relevant content on that site. I suggest to you start a blog and write about woodworking. Write about what you do. Your site is woodmugsandgifts.com. Write about wood mugs. It might be hard to come up with a new topic every week about wood mugs, but you can do it. People do it all the time. I know you said I'm not giving you my link to plug my website on your show. You don't have to do that. I'm doing it anyway. Hey, everybody, go check out woodmugsandgifts.com. But you know what? I might send a few visitors over there, but those visitors are probably going to be woodworkers, and you don't want other woodworkers at your site. If you're selling wood mugs, you want consumers at your site. You want links to your site. You need to update your site regularly with lots of content. You also need patience. It takes a long time to get ranked up there in the search results. You might not notice your site coming up for over a year. The longer a site exists, the more importance Google and Bing will put on that site and will shoot it up in the ranking. In the meantime, over the next couple of years, while you're waiting for that and while you're writing your blog every week, maybe twice a week, you need to hop on all the social media outlets. Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Snapchat, Tumblr. Write a blog about wood mugs, then post it up on your Facebook. Hopefully, you can get your followers on Facebook to share that link. Then that all leads back to your website. That's how you're going to get people to your website. It takes a lot of time and patience, and you have to put a lot of effort into it. A website is just not something you can put up and forget about it. Not only sell your stuff on your website, but sell your stuff on Etsy.com. It's a great place to sell handmade goods. Somebody could stumble across your mugs on Etsy while looking for something else. That's the great thing about Etsy is there's a whole community there just looking for stuff to buy. Sell your stuff on Amazon. That's how you can start selling stuff in the meantime while you're trying to get traffic to your site. I can get a lot more in depth on that answer, but I'm not going to. This is a woodworking podcast and not a web development podcast. I suggest doing some research, look up some blogs, buy books, but if you buy books on the subject, you want to get something that's very recent because Google and Bing change the algorithms all the time. Thanks, John. It's a great question. I hope I gave you some insight on that. That's it with the email questions. Please send me more questions to david@drunkenwoodworker.com. Sometimes people send me emails that aren't even questions. For instance, Steve, he just wanted to let me know that my beard is glorious. Here's what's happening on the YouTube. Matt Vanderlist posted a new video on workshop layout. Matt also has a basement workshop. I, like many of you, have trouble trying to figure out where to put all my tools and stuff. What's the best, most ergonomic flow? Matt does a nice little video on that. Check that out. Stumpy Nubs. This is great. Look at this little end table with a sliding top magazine rack and laptop compartment. This is a great little video. Another video from Frank Howarth, wood turning maple bowl. I love what he does filling in this crack. Feel my cracking. Once again, his production techniques, top notch. Somebody I haven't talked about on YouTube, Tom Fidgen. Tom makes beautiful videos. He doesn't speak in his videos. Tom, like myself, is also a musician. He's more along the folky side where I'm a little bit more punk. He writes great music, and his music is the background for all his woodworking videos. Here he's making the architect's table. It's a multi-part video. Tom is a hand tool user, no power tools. Something I forgot to mention last week. I put out a video on how to make the Chicago Bandsaw Box. Here it is. This is my design. Check that video out. I also sell the plans for the Chicago box on my website. I have other plans for other Bandsaw boxes on my website. I also have a free one up there. I'm going to put some more free ones up there. I'm going to put some more paid ones up there. Don't forget, I have t-shirts for sale. These are only 16 bucks. They are printed on American Apparel. That's a super high quality shirt. $16 for a t-shirt these days. Can't beat that. Sorry to everybody outside the United States. I had to raise the shipping prices for you by a lot. If you were not from the United States and you bought a shirt last week, you got some cheap shipping, and I had to eat the cost on that. Buy some shirts, buy some plans, support me. Notice all my YouTube videos, no ads. My website, no ads. That stuff gets in the way. If you want to support me, buy some of my stuff. You want to support me? Buy some of my stuff. Stool videos coming out. I know I promised you the stool video last week. I did not get the editing done. That's going to come out. And I'm going to put up the SketchUp plans for that for free. So check that out. That's coming. That's it. That about wraps it up. I'm David Picciuto, the Drunken Woodworker. Send your emails to david@drunkenwoodworker.com. Also, don't forget to check out my website. Check out my social medias. Make something. Stay passionate. I'll see you next week. Later.
To keep up with me, Subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook, Google+, Twitter, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram, and Etsy. And be sure to check out my website at drunkenwoodworker.com.